Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rachel. So we're going to continue along with this shadow reading series. And today we're talking about the archetypes that we see in shadow work. And there's different versions of these archetypes, of these characteristics within ourselves. And it's just a matter of addressing it and seeing both perspectives. So, like usual, I like to use the cards. So, for example, we have the Lovers. So, very beautiful card, which I'm using the Enchanted World Tarot. And you see these two people are absolutely in love with each other. Very, stereotypical romance, oh, Romeo kind of thing. And from this perspective, they look very deeply in love. But let's take a minute to think, when it comes to love, to the epitome of love, there's two sides of a coin. It's okay to be so in love with somebody that you think about them all day and you're willing to do anything for that person. They're your life partner. You can't survive without them. But it's another thing entirely to become a stalker or to become obsessive or abusive because you're like, I can't do anything without them. They must be in my life. Otherwise, I'll kill us both. Two extremes, going from super happy romance all the way over to the other side, and you're like, oh my god, this escalated. But that's what happens. You see the normal side and the shadow side. You see what I mean by flipping it? Another example here. The Magician. This guy, when it comes to tarot, he's all about being a master of his own element. He's gone to school, he's studied, he's a mentor, he's a teacher, he's a professor, he's a master of his field. And that can also be brought across as being too cocky or being a know-it-all or, just having a control freak kind of factor. Do you know people like this where one side, you see they have wonderful intentions because they have the experience, but then they turn around and it's like a control freak factor. It works very similar. You see their optimal side and then you see their shadow side. There's two sides of the same coin. And the reason why I bring this up is because it's kind of like what I talked about in the last video, where you take a stance of, I'm doing awesome, I'm amazing, and nothing is gonna, change who I am because I know who I am. But you can be the antagonist to somebody else. To you, you're the protagonist. You're the hero of your own story. But at the same time, you're the villain in somebody else's because they see the shadow side of you. So, that's what I challenge you to work with right now. Take a look at yourself, take a look at your cards, and see the duality in the two. Because that's how we get situations in our life like the Ten of Swords. Where you end up being manipulated, or it's like reversals. Because upright, you're fantastic. Well, not in this case. In upright, bad things happen to you. You didn't cause them. They happened. Flip it. You knew it was a terrible situation, and yet you put it in there yourself. You did it to yourself. Didn't happen to you intentionally. You knew it was a bad idea and it was going to happen. Things like that. So the shadow side of a card would be the reversal. Or sometimes just the upright, because the Ten of Swords, if you're doing a love situation, that's a pretty bad card to be drawing. Because you're not doing as great as you thought you were. This is cheating. This is divorce. Flip it. You knew it was cheating. You're probably the cheater. Or your spouse is doing something illegal and you knew about it and you knew it was going to come crashing down, but you did it anyway. You know what I mean? So I challenge you. Let me know. Talk to me in the comments. Talk to me on the Facebook group. Tell me, what are these flipped sides, these archetypes for tarot cards that we see in other people? So, like, pick a family member. Tell me, what is their archetype? Are they the hero? Are they the fool? Are they the lovers? Are they the magician? Are they the star? Because there's only so much emotional healing that you can do with the star before you're dwelling for too long. and you're being lazy and you don't want to move on because you're like, no, I need to take care of myself. There's only too much lingering you can do. So, who's the fool to you? Is there someone in your life who is ridiculously optimistic and believes everybody has a wonderful heart and everybody is capable of new beginnings and starting over, but they really grate your nerves because they see everything like it's a fluffy rainbow and you want to punch them because you're like, life isn't like that. Like, is there somebody so unbelievably naive in your life that it drives you nuts? That they're the reverse? Where it's like, they're jumping into situations without thinking them through because they're so optimistic that it's going to go great? Who's the fool for you? Are you the fool? Is your boyfriend the fool? Is your wife the fool? Is it your boss? Who's the fool? Let me know in the comments below. And I hope you're really enjoying this series. Leave me a like and subscribe if you are. And as always, you can find me on the Taro and T Facebook group. You can find me in the comments. You can find me everywhere on social media. Talk to me. Let me know what you think. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.